Hello student, is our paper Physics of Semiconductor Devices. And from that module 1 Properties of Semiconductor, and last lecture already we gone through the direct bandgap semiconductor and recombination, and our topic is excess carrier generation recombination, which is in direct bandgap and indirect bandgap semiconductor. As previously we covered the excess carrier generation and recombination in the process, which is the direct bandgap semiconductor material. Now, and also a carrier lifetime we've gone through for direct bandgap semiconductor, or that is a direct recombination process. In this lecture we'll see about the indirect bandgap semiconductor material, that is indirect recombination and generation process, and is carrier lifetime also we can calculate. And also we'll see the semiconductor device operation by using a various equation such as Maxwell's equation. Then you have a continuity equation, then current density equation, and then also we go for numericals. Then indirect recombination process. In this indirect recombination process, like indirect bandgap semiconductor like silicon and germanium, in this indirect semiconductor material, in which your valence band and conduction band, like in direct bandgap semiconductor, they are not exactly aligned in indirect bandgap semiconductor, so that your energy and momentum, that is a both are not conserved. So that here is showing how that is a generation and how electron is generated and recombined when external source where external source, like we have thermal energy is given, or in terms of light is illuminated on that. Then here is showing that is EP, how the recombination is there, like in figure A showing there is an electron capture before and after. If you have illumination is there, or energy if you provide there, then electron capture, electron emission is there from valence band when you go from valence band to the conduction band, or how the whole capture and whole emission, which is in your valence band. And so in this indirect band gap semiconductor, because here, as I told, it is a not lined up valence band and conduction band, that due to this lattice interaction there, the dominant recombination process in these semiconductors are indirect transition via localized energy state, that is called as a formatage energy gap. And whatever this conduction is stepping, or that is upward or downward, which is as shown in the figure across the valence band and conduction band, and this various transition of a recombination is occurring between them, that electron hole recombination that act like the recombination centers. And these are shown in the previous figure, and the arrow represent here how recombination there. And this recombination center with a single energy level here, or indirect recombination, we'll go for the more detail about the derivation. That is u is nothing but the net recombination, as we gone through in direct recombination process. And here indirect recombination process, in your, that is a net recombination equation rate, or that is equation is become somewhat more complicated. Here is a more detail about it already in Zebook, given is an appendix, you can go through it. I am showing here in terms of Puri how there's a cross section for the electrons and your holes, that is shown in terms of equation, that is a U is equal to, where VTH is thermal velocity, NT is a new term is added, that is NT is a concentration of recombination centers as shown in the figure 1 in your semiconductor material. Then sigma n is the capture cross section for the electron, and sigma p is the capture cross section for the holes. And then we can write this generation rate U equation, assuming here sigma n and sigma p equal. Then we can write E is equal to this equation, previous equation can be modified like this thing. When we put value of xn is equal to sigma p is equal to sigma naught, then equation is like this. Then under low injection condition, when we excess carriers is added here, which is at low injection condition in n-type semiconductor. You know, n-type semiconductor where electrons are the majority carriers and holes are minority carriers, that is Nn, which is greater than that of Pn. Then this recombination rate U is equation is modified like this. and E is equal to Pn not tau of P. This equation, which is a similarly what equation we gone through the direct recombination process, and then here this recombination rate of for indirect recombination is given here, is given by the same expression like a previous year we gone through indirect recombination process. And here, but important is that here carrier lifetime, which is for the minority carrier holes, which is the n-type semiconductor, is mainly depends on the locations of your recombination centers. And then we'll go for another process which is in the in the indirect band gap semiconductor, that is the surface recombination process. This surface recombination process is very important when we concern about the optical properties of material. If you see as shown in the figure here, that is the dangling bonds are there in a material. If you have unsatisfied bond or dangling bonds, or that is called as a trap state, due to that, when a light is incident on a semiconductor material or thermal energy given to semiconductor material, then instead of electron hole pair get separated, they become recombined, and it will directly affect on the optical properties of material. That's why dangling bonds in the material, which is a plays a very important role in to reduce the optical properties of material, so that those application we required very important that the photoluminescence properties of material, then that material should not contain a dangling bonds or unsatisfied bond, because that can enhances the electron hole recombination, and it will affect the optical properties of material as shown in the figure here. Then this total number of carriers here recombined surface per unit area and per unit time can be expressed in the form of there's a net recombination M. And for low injection condition, which is in semiconductor material, where your electron concentration surface is effectively equal to the bulk majority carrier concentration, then total numbers of recombining here we showing in terms of surface recombination, net recombination for surface due to this trap states at the dangling bonds. E base is equal to, that is VTS sigma P NST PS minus Pn naught, where PS is nothing but the whole concentration at your surface. S is here special represent, that is at the surface of material, and NST is the recombination carrier recombination center density per unit area in the surface region, and is called as a low injection surface recombination. In terms of velocity, we can write SLR is equal to VTS sigma PNST. Means if you have a dangling bonds or trap state which is in the material, then directly it will be affect on the optical properties material. Ultimately, it will affect the photoluminescence property of material. That's why surface recombination will be very important phenomenon to study. Then aguirre recombination as like a surface recombination, but here we have the process occurred, that is a transfer of energy or momentum by electron hole pair to the third particle, that may be electron or hole. As shown in the figure, if you see from valence band electron go from valence band to the conduction band, hole is left there. Then after the aguirre process, the second electron becomes energetic and it loses its energy at the lattice scattering events here, so that this aguirre recombination process again it will affect your optical properties of the material. Or aguirre recombination is a more significant when your carrier concentration is very high as a result of either high doping or high injection level, and due to that this process occurring. And this process involved, there is a three particle as told, electron hole pair, and third one particle may be electron or hole. And this aguirre recombination RAUG we can write Bn square P, where B is a constant and which is dependent on temperature. N square means here there is a majority carriers are the electron, this N type is there, there is a P is a minor where P is a minority carriers, and B and P square means majority carriers are the holes, minority carriers are the electrons are there. This is about the aguirre recombination process. Then we go for the continuity equation, one dimensional semiconductor. We are taking this continuity equation here for semiconductor because this equation is very important when we go for the device operation for the semiconductor material. Then See here, we consider the effect of your drift current, diffusion current, and already we gone through like a in diffusion process we gone. But is one important, the recombination occurs when we have drift current, diffusion current is there. The overall this simultaneously occur in semiconductor material, and then we are concerned with the equation, and that equation is called as a continuity equation. As shown in figure here, we can current density equation we already previously we obtained. Here we can write current flow and generation process for the very small slice of thickness dx, and we consider here like n-type semiconductor material, and then this number of electrons which is a very small thickness increases due to the net current which is a flow, and this overall net current is a process due to this four the overall rate of electron increases due to the algebraic sum of four component this, and first one is the number of electrons flowing into the slice, then other three components which is given here, or overall we can write the overall rate of change in the number of electrons in that very small slice, dabba n by dabba t ADX, where A is a cross-sectional area and ADX is volume of slice. Then we can write this equation in terms of current density, where your Gn and Rn, which is nothing but the generation and recombination which is n-type semiconductor. And then this equation, we can write current density equation like this one. Then equation 3 present dabba n by dabba t, the generation your n-type semiconductor material in terms of current density. Similarly, continuity equation we can also write for the holes. Then we are substitute the current density equation 3 and 4. Then we are getting low injection condition where continuity equation for minority carriers, where NPN, where the minority carriers are the holes, and PNP, where the minority carriers are the electrons in n-type semiconductor. And this equation we can write in terms of dabba NP, dabba T, and dabba PN by dabba T. And this equation we call as the continuity equation. As before I told, it is very important for the semiconductor device operation. As a semiconductor device operation, mainly I am here focusing only three equations. It is a Maxwell equation, second one is a current density equation, and third one is a continuity equation. Maxwell equation, you studied in electrodynamics, these are four Maxwell equations are there. Then J conduction we gone through in the current density. J conduction is a JNP plus JN plus JP, and whatever this total current density both due to the electron and holes we showing here, which is a very important property, which is very important property when determine the properties of your PN junction depletion layer, when actually we fabricate the device which is based on the semiconductor material. That time it is very important. The second one, current density equation, J and JP equation already gone through in terms of dn dp, that is a diffusion coefficient for electron, diffusion coefficient for the holes. This equation already gone. Then here this equation also we can write in terms of Einstein's relation, and by using both Einstein relation for J and JP, equation 4 and 5 showing. And this equation, our equation do not include here effect due to the externally applied magnetic field, but it is very important when we go for the device operation of a semiconductor material. Third equation, that is a continuity equation, just before we gone through it, dn by dt and dpn by dt, which is given here when low injection condition is there, either holes or electrons. We previously we gone through the equation in terms of holes, that's why we written pn n naught and tau p. Now here we written np naught tn, which is for the minority carriers are the electrons, minority carrier density, then thermal equilibrium minority carrier density, and electron lifetime. Previously we written for it is a whole lifetime, and this is similar expression for the we written for the whole recombination rate and lifetime. Then here electron hole pair we generated, we can write this equation in pairs where both line type of electron hole is same. Then we return this equation in terms of your excess carriers, that is your uh, um, carriers are the electrons or the holes. These are the three main equation which plays a very vital role for the semiconductor device operation or when semiconductor device are fabricated. These are the references which is used for it. Actually this topic we do not contain numerical. The previous topic which direct recombination which contain numerical is not contain numerical. Thank you. This model is now over. Thank you very much.